Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Movie Social. We're your hosts, Ricky and Steph.
What up?
Today's episode, we're going to be doing another spoiler review for another Netflix series called Paranormal. This is another foreign series at that, and it's from Egypt this time. First time we've actually done one from Egypt.
Yes.
And before we get into this review, if you like what we're doing here for the reviews for movies, TV shows, video games, and anime, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on those notifications, and share with your family and friends. And so, Steph, what was your reaction to Paranormal?
My initial reaction was this wasn't as paranormal as I thought it would be. Meaning to me, it wasn't like things that go bump in the night. It was, to me, it was more of a, I can't remember a show, but it's more like a paranormal investigation. You know, they come across the issues and stuff like that, and then like they try to resolve it. You know, that's how I felt about the show, and I enjoyed that. You know, it wasn't like, oh, we got to get out of this house, or no, like, okay, if things are going on, let's find the cause and let's resolve it. I've thoroughly enjoyed that, and that's what made me enjoy the series.
Okay, I mean, for me, it felt to me more like one of those scary stories you tell around the campfire, where for the first 3 episodes, it was basically different events that happened, and then it's still all centered around one big event towards the end. But it's only 6 episodes, so they're about an hour each. But for the first 3, you had this encounter, and then this encounter, and then the rest of it was just, okay, we're going to full circle everything.
Yes.
And make it loop together. But overall, it was pretty good. I mean, it had its airy vibes to it for the most part.
Yes.
The only ones that truly was paranormal-ish to me were the first episode, and then when they looped everything together. The other 2 kind of seemed a little different than that. But your favorite and least favorite?
Okay, so let me start with my least favorite. Main character being 40 years old and not properly knowing how to react to... And again, relationships are different. But the way he was treating his fiance at first.
I mean, remember, 40-year-old virgin.
True, but I didn't like the way he was treating her. She was a beautiful young lady. She seemed like she was well-mannered.
But you remember why he did all that? Because he felt like things happened to those that he loved.
Granted, I agree. I definitely understand.
Trying to push everybody away.
But sometimes and we all know this in modern society and just real life, you have to communicate with people. You know, like sometimes you have to tell people what's going on, and I mean, you may never know. They may help you. You give them the opportunity to say, okay, I want to step back. Or, get yourself together. Or whatever.
He brings up the courage to explain more stuff to everybody.
True. But I feel like he should have did that earlier.
But a lot of that also occurs because of the things in his life that happened as he was growing up. So
true. But I just feel like, he needed to do that a little bit sooner. And then, again, that's just my opinion. My favorite thing, as I stated, would be how it just felt like more so of a investigation, finding things, doing things, resolving things, and then it all coming to a head at the end, and so forth. So I really enjoyed that. Haven't seen many shows that do that recently, and most shows or series or movies, it's just, oh, we're going to throw all these scares at you, and that's it. You're just scared. Whereas there's episodes that make you think. Episodes that goes like on adventures, and like my favorite would be the whole mummy thing, putting the mummy back and all that good stuff. I enjoyed that. It was very, very great. It was very great storytelling, and that would be my favorite and least favorite thing of the series.
Okay, so for me, I have partially 2 parts for a least favorite. The second part is I'm kind of thrown on. I'm going to need for the viewers to clarify this, or maybe do some research on, but. First part I didn't really like was the whole gorilla in the cave moment out in the middle of the desert. Where do you actually get a gorilla to be in the middle of the desert?
Okay.
And I know the people that were living out there that was saying about that it's supposed to be the protector or whatever for the cave or whatever, when it turns out it was just there because of its child. Either the child was stuck inside the wall or whatever. case may be, or they were just living out in there. But how do you get a gorilla in there? And to me, it also looked like Grodd from Flash. Gorilla Grodd. I'm like, still
Isn't
gorilla
it from
snap?
what you call him?
Flash.
Superman?
The whole DC Comics.
Gotcha.
Universe. But same one that's been on the Flash TV series. Now, my other one here that I'm going to I might be wrong on it, need clarification, but it could have just been lost in translation due to them translating this into English. But his fiance was supposed to be his cousin. I'm like, now, if that was true, maybe that's something that they do over there in Egypt or in other countries. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no, but here in America, I'm going to look at you sideways for that one.
Facts. But I mean, if that's
but if that's your culture, it's your culture.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to be okay with it personally, but it's your culture. I can't fault you for your own culture, but
exactly. But that is a very interesting.
I'm like, I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, oh, did they just say cousin? I literally went and rewind that. I'm like, okay, yeah, they did say cousin there. Okay.
And that is true. There are things that actually, as you stated, get lost in translation. We definitely do, it's nothing wrong with doing research to find out if what was said was meant to be what was translated.
Yeah, I'm hoping that was lost in translation, because I'm like, your cousin and you, how does that work? And it's a way, it's like they kind of forced him on with her anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad in the end they did not stay together, even though he made me mad. But my favorite part would definitely be when everything came full circle and he found out that the ghost / girl from the very beginning, what actually really caused her to be haunting this plate this whole time, and that she really wasn't trying to hurt him. She was actually trying to help him, protect him. Granted, a lot of his family had to die from it all, but had to protect him in the end. And then that plot / cliffhanger and plot twist at the same time, finding out that this whole time it was the devil, Lucifer himself, after him. And Lucifer turned out to be his college friend who was there on one of the trips in episode 3 with them. I'm like, man, massive. And it's crazy because he revealed himself to him in the end. And I'm like, season 2 could be interesting.
Very interesting.
Sorry, would you recommend this?
Yes, I definitely would recommend this. Definitely a good show to watch. I enjoyed it. As we stated, 6 episodes, about an hour long, 50 minutes long. So yeah, I definitely will give it a shot. Recommend it.
Okay. I'm going to say yes, because this is definitely something a bit different than your normal paranormal, as you stated. And it's something, for the first time seeing something for me coming out of Egypt. I thought for the most part this was well put together. Great cinematography, a great script, and it wasn't too drawn out. They got straight to the point for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all connected. It wasn't all over the place. So
yeah,
to me,
that's
it was
another
great.
good thing.
And I also like some of the scenery. I got to know the exact time frame this was in, because I know one point they started off in the early 1900s, and then you can see time evolved, but the cars were still kind of old.
How far?
Outdated.
Were they? I got you.
It could have been modern time, but where he's at, it was different. But I doubt it, because it was Cairo. Cairo is a big city, so it should be more modern than that. But
yes,
be interesting to see. But let us know in the comments below, what do you guys think about the movie? Well, I'm sorry, the series. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Would you continue to watch this if it was a season 2? Do you hope it's a season 2? And until next time.